Good evening. My name is Stephen Olet, and I will be demonstrating the Sprint 2 deliverable for TherapyBuddy. As with before, there's a setup installer and the application itself. The username and password is still uh, not implemented. What we focused on this sprint was to start getting some of the uh, portals tied together, and currently we have the employee tied in to a database query, and I will demonstrate that by clicking on database. And in here we have a data grid view, and when you select load, it will actually perform a query on the employee's database, and it will show you the information that is in the database. And to show that, we will actually bring down our employees database, and you'll see here that the information is in fact the same. And just to make sure, we're going to change some information here. Apply. And as you can see, the information has changed as well. A short, small demonstration of the connection class, the changes we made. We have two public methods. One is going to return the connection to the actual connection to the database. The other one is going to return the query command. Currently, the query command is hard-coded in, but we will have a selection of predefined queries that the user will be able to select from that will pull specific data from the database, and that will be a part of Sprint 3. In the form for the database query, this is technically just a temporary form because it was just a proof of concept. But you have the button load click, and it creates a connection object, and then it takes that connection object and creates an actual connection to the database and stores it in that object. And then we have traditional try catch, and what we're doing here is we're setting data adapter, and then we are setting the query command, and we will then create a data table. We will fill the data table, create a binding source, and we will create the binding source as data source and set it to the data table that we created. And then we will select the target, which is our data grid view, and set it to its data source to the binding source that we created. And then we will update the data adapter. And at that point is when it'll actually show the information here in the application right here. This concludes my video for Sprint 2's deliverable. Thank you for your time.